now that we have successfully made it through that. Okay, we've got... Let's just take a look at our map here. We're now in the exterior defense grid. And that is the emergency access to the Citadel Council chambers. But we've got some Krogan warriors here, which would normally be a bit of a problem. However, see if our usual strategy, our go-to strategy still works here. I think we just automatically killed that guy, even though we really didn't even throw him. He's just dead. I think the same can be said for that guy. That's, I think, another destroyer. And then a prime behind it, perhaps? So, let's see. The Ara's lift is off. It's on cooldown. But, well, that guy is no more. Hold on here. Is this prime that's causing issues? Sabotage you? Pretty sure it's prime. And I suppose we stasis you as well. Did that work? What's a juggernaut, actually? Okay, now it's down. And that was a destroyer. Emphasis on the was. Alright, also I'm curious as to what Tally and the Ira would say. Is this another case of infinite destroyers? It actually might be. Not out of the question. Not entirely sure. Initially I thought it was only one place, but it could potentially be multiple. Alright, and so now things get difficult. So we've got some Geth out here, and we've got some turrets over there, I believe. So now would be a good time to get some friends working on our side, I would think. Excuse me. You were supposed to get hacked? How dare you? Yeah, that's a turret indeed. And, you know, we fought plenty of turrets in the Mako. Not very often have we fought them on foot, though. Tally's been blocked. Okay, that's not good. That miss. So we've got a turret right here. Don't think we can really sabotage the turrets, can we? I mean, if we can, that'd be lovely. Otherwise, I don't think too many of our abilities can be terribly helpful against them. Throw you. Get out of here. Is this turret down? I think that turret is now down, based on that huge quantity of experience that we just got. Yeah, I think we can go down that way, but we've got a lot of enemies out here. So, Bro is basically our best friend. As you can see, it is absolutely fantastic here. So goodbye. And, can we even punch you off this plane of existence? Not quite. Well, maybe with a really lucky punch we could. Throw is, definitely the ideal answer, though. Okay, let's see. We got more turrets over here. And we have someone flanking us. Fortunately, they're, for the most part, just troopers. Nothing super special about them. Why does Tally just keep on getting blocked? That's not good. This is, in some ways, the most useful time to have her. Let's marksman, a little bit extra damage. Not often that we use it, but when we know we are just trying to dish out as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible, I think it is worth doing. And, I mean, it's probably past time now to overload shields, but sure. There we go. Okay. That's down. Now let's move over to this one that it appears as though our friends have been working on. So we warp it. It'll have reduced defenses. And sabotage it again. In this case. It does seem as though that is disabling their primary weapon. Definitely a nice thing to have against a turret. Tally is down here. And let's bring her back. That might be why she's blocked. Unity. And there's still someone over here. Which we will proceed to throw. And we've got more base Geth, it seems, and still one more turret back there at the end. Let's throw you. That Geth is down. Now, just looking at this turret, it seems maybe another Geth as well. Okay, that looks like a overload, which I definitely like to do to disable the shields. Then sabotage your weapons. And now let's go back to marksman for the damage. Tally, if you could tarnish it, that'd be great. There we go. Okay, so that's down. If we look at our map here, yeah, we'll see that there are 2 ways down the emergency access Citadel Council chambers, but we also have some additional equipment that we picked up here. Of course, not too much time remaining for us to benefit from additional loot upgrades, because, well, looks like we're getting close here. Let's see. I think that's the last of our enemies up here, and this would be one way down to that other section. But I actually would like to make sure that we go back and we either hop down to this pathway from this section, in which case we just get to the very end. But I think we want to make a point of going through this way and see what, if anything else, in terms of enemies or other types of encounters we might find on our way over, so we don't miss anything. It also might be good in case there are enemies down there that we approach from one side and don't pop down somewhere in the middle where we might get flanked. So let's go back in that case. Is it this way, or is it one more down? This looks right. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. Okay. So to the right is the way that we are eventually looking to go, but let's just take a look around here real quick. See if there's anyone or anything that we'll want to take care of here. And not gonna lie, I saw Tally for a second, I was like, oh no! Okay, let's see. So we do seem to have at least a couple of enemies here, and they are Krogan warriors. Normally, quite fearsome indeed. However, if we lift them and throw him, I'm not sure if he's been wiped from this plane of existence. Somebody has. Then there's another enemy out here. I think, yeah, these are, one of them's a warlord, one of them is a battle master. So that's a bit of a problem. Definitely the types of enemies we would like to deal with some biotics. Possible, although, yeah, didn't really work the way we wanted that to. I would like to have gotten you get thrown out in the middle of nowhere and go down that way. Let's see, this Rogan, are you dead, the Battle Master? I don't think so. Well, that's the Battle Master. Okay, now he's dead. Warlord back here. Actually, not sure which one is more powerful, the Warlord or the Battle Master. They are both quite ambitious titles. That does appear to be the last of them for now. Let's see, more upgrades here, or at least more options here, although not necessarily sure we've seen anything that we particularly want to switch over to. And so if we're looking at our map, you see that basically those guys are right in the middle of this area here. And so they could have potentially snuck up behind us had we gone and joined this area from the other direction, which would have dropped us down right here. They would have snuck up behind us and potentially caused some problems. And now we see. Okay, so let's open the hatch. And this place might look familiar. Because, if you look at the map, we will see we are at the Citadel Tower. And if we zoom out a bit here, then you might notice. Something looks a little familiar here. A little familiar. If you had a close eye out for the appearance of Sovereign, you would see that in truth, the shape of the Citadel Tower is the shape of a Reaper. And of course, we have now learned that, of course, the Citadel was actually some form of Reaper technology that was a super mass relay of sorts used to help get the Reapers back into the Milky Way from dark space to initiate their cycles. So, a sick joke of sorts. A sick joke. But anyways, this is where we've got to be. So, let's see what we have here. Medical kit, I mean, we technically don't need it. We are at our maximum at the moment. But we've got some Geth. Let's hack one of them. And shoot the others. Is that our hacked one that is continuing to go on and do great things? Well, if it was, then he's no longer with us. Someone has, seem to be heavier weaponry. Maybe that was just, Tally shooting from behind us with something big. And let's do a little more of this. Might have shot our hacked one. Now I am definitely shooting our hacked one, but yeah, this is a shock trooper, so that's theoretically a little bit stronger. Rude. Get thrown, son. How are you still alive? Not anymore. Not anymore. Alright, we got a little bit more equipment. Medical Exoskeleton 10 is potentially even worth seeing if anyone who could use that. Yeah, because the Yara is using Medical Exoskeleton 9, so we might as well upgrade that here. For a little more toxin resistance and health regeneration, because none of our existing party members have any built-in life regeneration. Medical Exoskeleton, again, 9. So let's switch that over, I think. 10. And then I thought I saw the Combat Exoskeleton was 9. Yeah, so might as well upgrade that to 10 as well. And then for Liara, it's also Combat Exoskeleton 9, so we'll make that switch over. Then for us, 10 and 10. Okay, so we're fine in that sense. And, okay. Anything else here? Doesn't really look like it. Except for this guy. I just gotta break out his Green Goblin hoverboard first.
I was afraid you wouldn't make it in time, Shepard.
Oh, that's sweet. In time?
In time for what?
The final confrontation. I think we both expected it would end like this. You've lost. You know that, don't you? In a few minutes, Sovereign will have full control of all the Citadel systems. The relay will open. The Reapers will return.
We can stop him, though. We know what we need to do. The only thing stopping us is you. And that we can change.
I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
You survived our encounter on Vermeer, but I've changed since then. Improved. Sovereign has upgraded me.
Oh. no. What do you mean? What have you done?
You let Sovereign implant you? Are you insane?
I suppose I should thank you, Shepard. After Vermeer, I couldn't stop thinking about what you said. About Sovereign manipulating me. About indoctrination. The doubts began to eat away at me. Sovereign sensed my hesitation. I was implanted to strengthen my resolve. Now
I don't think that's the way that works.
I believe in Sovereign completely. I understand that the Reapers need organics. Join us, and Sovereign will find a place for you, too.
I mean, clearly Saren is indoctrinated, and has certainly only made matters worse with these quote-unquote upgrades that Sovereign has given him. That can't be good.
Sovereign's controlling you through your implants. Don't you see that?
The relationship is symbiotic. Organic and
Is it
machine
though?
intertwined. A union of flesh and steel. The strengths of both, the weaknesses of neither.
Remember that line. That's
I am
important
a
too.
vision of the future, Shepard. The evolution of all organic life. This is our destiny. Join Sovereign and experience a true rebirth.
So, remember that Saren's ultimate goal, as you see here, is the combination of organic and synthetic life in a way that it seems as though what he's saying is that he, of course, at least initially, was a Turian, purely organic being. However, he has gotten some kind of seemingly, presumably, cybernetic implants from Sovereign, making him some kind of hybrid cyborg-like creature, part Turian, part machine, part organic, part synthetic. And so that is what Saren is saying here. Ultimately, his goal is some synthesis between those two things. So remember that for a while, for like a really long time, that is Saren's objective. Also, you may remember that when we encountered Saren previously on Vermeer, we had the option, if we had a high enough charm or renegade score, to charm or intimidate him. Charm or intimidate him. And at the time, initially, it seemed like nothing really came of it. You know, we basically said, probably something along the same lines as what we're saying here. Hey, you're clearly not of the right mind at the moment. It seems as though you're being influenced against your will by Sovereign. You know, maybe we weren't totally sure that it was indoctrination at the time, although I think we were just starting to understand what that meant. So now I think we can clearly say that is definitely the case, but at the time Saren just seemed to shrug it off and didn't seem to affect anything. But I said then, and I will repeat now, that was important, and you will see why. Because if we try the charm option again here, maybe we can beat the Reapers after all.
Sovereign hasn't won yet. I can stop it from taking control of the station. Step aside and the invasion will never happen.
We can't stop it, not forever. You saw the visions. You saw what happened to the Protheans. The Reapers are too powerful.
But we can't just give them the win. We can't just cave like that.
Some part of you must still realize this is wrong. You can fight this.
Maybe you're right. Maybe there is still a chance for... The implants. Sovereign is too strong. I'm sorry. It is too late for me.
It's not true. There's still a way. You can still find a way to do it.
It's not over yet. You can still redeem yourself.
Goodbye, Shepard. Thank you.
So, that happened. That happened. So, if you do manage to pass all of those Paragon, or rather Charm, or conversely, intimidate checks, then you can ultimately convince Saren enough so to convince him to, well, I was about to say give in. No, resist Sovereign. Otherwise, well, he will not be so easily manipulated. We're not the ones manipulating. We're the ones making him realize that he has been manipulated, but you know what I mean. Let's save again here. And then let's access this control panel here.
Vigil's data file worked. I've got control of all systems.
Quick! Open the station's arms. Maybe the fleet can take Sovereign down before he regains control of the station.
See if you can open a communications channel.
The Destiny Ascension. Main drives offline. Kinetic barriers down 40%. The Council is on board. I repeat, the Council is on board.
Destiny Ascension has the Council.
Normandy to the Citadel. Please tell me that's you, Commander.
That it is. That it is, Joker.
I'm here, Joker.
We caught that distress call, Commander. I'm sitting here in the Endura sector with the entire Arcturus fleet. We can save the Ascension. Just unlock the relays around the Citadel and we'll send the cavalry in.
Are you sure about this, Shepard? Human casualties will be very high if you send your fleet in now.
This is bigger than humanity. Sovereign is a threat to every organic species in the galaxy.
True. That's why you can't waste reinforcements trying to save the Council. You must hold them back until the Citadel arms open up and the human fleet can go after Sovereign.
What's the order, Commander? Come in now to save the Ascension, or hold back?
And this is potentially the most impactful decision of all of Mass Effect 1. We have two options. We can either save the Council, which, to make this clear, means that we are sending in a fleet of ships, one that is, as Callie just said, would perhaps suffer significant casualties to do so, but in doing so, would rescue the Council. Or we can, sounds rather grim here, we can deliberately save those ships, and in doing so, well, basically abandon the Council. So, there are, of course, several reasons why you could go with either of these options. Saving the Council, of course, they are the most important politicians, officials of the Citadel races, so it's kind of important that they survive. Then again, of course, these are the people who have consistently made life rather difficult for us when it comes to trying to track down the Reapers. Kept on insisting that they didn't exist. They dismissed those claims, I do believe. And so, you could make the case that perhaps we don't need the Council. More than anything, they've just slowed us down, made it more difficult for us to achieve our objectives. And so, well, for that reason, perhaps, you know, it's better for us to save as many ships as we can, make sure that we have as much firepower as possible to take out Sovereign, rather than going out of our way to try to save specifically the Council. And so, like I said, for those reasons, and I'm sure many, many more, you could make the case for choosing either of these options. But what I will say here is that in my previous playthroughs, I have always saved the Council. So, for that reason, for the sake of trying out something a little bit new, at least for me, I've never gone this route. So, well.
Hold off, Joker. We're not sacrificing human lives to save the Council. Keep our ships back until they can get a shot at Sovereign.
A sacrifice for the greater good. I only pray it is not made in vain.
All Alliance ships, hold formation. Wait for a shot at Sovereign. Nothing else matters. I repeat, nothing else matters.
So we're going all out against Sovereign. And in doing so, it means that we will not have the opportunity to focus on protecting the Council here, though.
Commander, we're picking up reinforcements.
It's the Alliance! Open a comm channel! This is the Ascension. We're taking heavy damage. Guardian defenses are over. Kinetic barriers are offline.
Commander, they closed the channel.
And there's Sovereign. And there is Sarah.
Make sure he's dead.
He's dead.
You sure about that? Is he though? Is he though? Because I don't think so.
I am sovereign, and this station is mine.
Welcome to the final boss fight. The actual final boss fight. Surely you didn't think we would just negotiate our way out of the final boss fight, right? Come on. Couldn't be that easy now, could it? So of course, you can avoid basically a prelude to this boss fight by charming or intimidating Saren into shooting himself. However, at the end of the day, you are still going to fight him Saren Husk here. So, let's stasis him. Because, well, see, the thing is, we did that last time, in the previous Saren fight, and it did work quite well. Though actually, as you can see here, it does appear as though, unlike with the previous Saren, he's not taking any damage. So, his thing is that he is basically, well, he's a husk, yes, but he's perhaps more so like a hopper, jumping around from one wall to the next, and also has the strong assassination ability, which can deal a boatload of damage if you're not careful. So let's deliberately try to incapacitate him by lifting him up with our, well, ability and what have you. And so he is quite tanky here, as we can see, but he has also now brought in some friends to make matters a little more complicated, it seems. So we've got, what, shock troopers directly in front of us and a sniper as well. So I think we might want to deliberately stasis him, even if we can't damage him here. I missed. It's not good. I'm gonna say we want to stasis him, so that way we could freeze him while we deal with his friends, even if we can't damage him while this is happening. But, well, let's sabotage him. Not gonna let you use any abilities here, at least. With, Liara, we can stasis you for a little while we take care of his friends, but I do think these guys are gonna keep on coming in. And remember, Liara's stasis does not last as long as ours. So let's make sure we warp him, and let's throw him, or rather lift him. Bringing the fight to Sovereign. Sovereign is putting up a fight by the looks of things.
Sovereign's too strong! We have to pull back!
Negative. This is our only chance. Take that monster down no matter what the cost.
Alright, well, we're back here. We've got Saren. Let's lift him. Once more. And sabotage him, I suppose, maybe a little preemptive in this case. And yeah, he looks pretty freaky. At least that wasn't obvious before. Let's throw him. He did not care. He did not care that we threw him. Let's barrier. Because he's got the assassination. He's getting his shields back already. Wow. Okay. Let's sabotage again. Okay. Now, I suppose we can marksman. Try to increase our damage here. Let's back up. He's stationary for the moment. I do rather like. Let's lift him again. And he's close. But I think we got him.
Its shields are down. Now's our chance.
Hit it with everything we got.
Guard on my flank. We're going in.
Show him, Joker. Take him out.
Go!
Oh, look out.
Captain Anderson, we found them. They're in here.
Take it easy. It's over. You're safe now. Where's the commander? There he is. We got your message, Ambassador. What's all this about?
No need to get worked up, Captain. I'd like to end this meeting with all my teeth still in place.
You should thank me for what I did.
You should thank him for punching you.
We'd all be dead right now.
I understand, Captain. You did what you had to do. That's not why you're here. We need to talk about what happened to the Council.
Commander Shepard did the right thing. We had to hold our fleet back to go after Sovereign. It was the only way.
I agree, but this also presents us with an opportunity. The Citadel fleets were decimated in the attack. Their losses have made the Alliance stronger. They can't rebuild without us. We need to take the lead in forming a new council, one with a human chairman at its head.
Ooh. Well. So, the council, see, the thing is, of course, we chose not to save them. So, that raises the question, who replaces the old council? Udina is proposing that we have a human lead things, especially because the other species, in particular, got significantly weakened in that attack, and so this might be an opportunity for humans to seize, well, this opportunity and become one of the more prominent one of the more prominent, or perhaps most prominent, of the species on the Citadel. But that doesn't seem right.
This wasn't some plan for the Alliance to seize power. Forcing the other races to accept our leadership is going to cause problems.
The other species are scared. They've never faced anything like this before. They don't know what to do. They want us to step forward. They believe in us because of you, Shepard. You saved the galaxy from Sovereign. You're a symbol of everything good about humanity. Our courage, our strength.
The Ambassador's right. The other races look up to us now. They won't just accept our leadership. They'll welcome it.
Given everything you've done, Commander, the Alliance will want to know who you think our council chairman should be.
Well, see, the thing is, like, if we have the choice between Anderson and you, then, it's not really a contest.
We're about to go into war. We need someone with military experience. Someone like Captain Anderson.
You make a good case. Captain, are you ready for this?
I don't know if any of us are ready for this, but I'll do what I can. So what happens now?
Now, the real work begins. Because, at least, according to what we heard from Vigil, Saren and Sovereign were trying to send the signal to send an entire Reaper fleet from dark space into the Milky Way. And, I mean, we gotta figure out, is that fleet still coming? And if so, we gotta get ready. If not, then, how can we find a way to prevent this from happening in the future?
The Reapers are still out there. They're coming. And I'm gonna find some way to stop them.
Shepard's right. We're headed for war with the Reapers. If we lose, it's the end of all life as we know it. We have to show the rest of the galaxy what it takes to survive. With the support of the other races, we can win this battle. With them behind us, we can stand against the Reaper's return and drive them back into dark space.
That's it, Anderson. And with that, I give you the end of Mass Effect 1, my favorite game ever. Of all the games in the Mass Effect series, this one holds a special place in my heart, in large part because I think it was the one that introduced me initially to the Mass Effect world, and getting immersed in all the stuff in this world, so much depth to it. You know, I was talking about, I mean, just the codex entries alone is, provides so much additional, just adds so much more feeling to it, where nothing happens by coincidence. Everything feels like it's happening for a reason, and well, we of course played a big role in fending off the Reapers here, but still questions as to what the next threats may be coming from the Reapers? Have we truthfully fended them off, or will they be back with a vengeance? So I'm going to skip through the remainder of the credits here, as tempting as it may be sometimes to just absorb the moments and bask in the glory of finishing the game, which, I mean, I do feel that a bit, but at the same time, let's see. Actually, I'm not even sure if we can. We can, okay. And it just brings us back to the main menu here. And so, of course, from here, that means that marks the end of the Mass Effect 1 components of our Mass Effect Legendary Edition playthrough. But, of course, the key thing with the Mass Effect trilogy is that the things that you do in Mass Effect 1 carry over into Mass Effect 2, and then all the way into Mass Effect 3 in some cases. And so from here, we will be starting up Mass Effect 2 soon afterward. And, well, I am very much looking forward to getting straight back into the action here. So, thank you all for watching and hopefully enjoying our Mass Effect 1 playthrough thus far. And hope to catch you once we start up with Mass Effect 2. I'll see you then.